I think one of the hardest places we find ourselves in, and I certainly even now I can occasionally find myself in this place. But when I was younger, it was much more prevalent. It was much more around me. And that is that we find ourselves doing something and we don't want to be doing it. We might even say, I hate doing this. And we want to be somewhere else. And we might have a vision of being on the beach somewhere, some vision that for us would be paradise, and and feeling really alone, disconnected, unsupported in what it is we feel we have to do in order to get by. And I want to say that in those 13 years I did tax returns, there were many days and many times during those days where that kind of experience would come alive for me. Times when I really didn't know what I was doing, and I'd be going to, I had a library of tax volumes on my shelf. It was 13 big, big books full of tax law, and I would feel lost. I wouldn't know where to go or how to figure it out. And moreover, I would feel like, oh gosh, if I go and lose myself in these volumes, how can I charge the person that I'm working for all the time that I'm kind of researching this when I'm not sure I really know what I'm doing? We all feel that. Some disconnect, some feeling that I'm not meant to be here, I'm meant to be somewhere else. Well, let me say that that's the truth. We are meant to be somewhere else. And at the same time, we're meant to be here wrestling with what it is that we wrestle with. And in a way, that's the beauty of this. And what I would say for that kind of experience is wake up in the moment and take on what it is that you feel disconnected from, that you don't like being in the midst of. Take some power, feel some vigor in the midst of it, and own it as a place that you can actually get better and be better accomplished for other people to learn from you, or for you to accomplish more in the work that you're doing. And at the same time, understand that wrestling with this kind of challenge, this kind of dilemma, is what's going to build the strength to give you that dream of paradise that you have. For me, it was something like this cabin that I've been lucky enough to have in my life for the last 30 years after those 13 years of doing tax returns. There's a story that I love about how butterflies are born, and maybe you know it. And it's they're part of a chrysalis. It's like a cocoon, but it's hard and it hangs from the tree. And you can come upon them in that chrysalis long before you know what they are. Um, and and I've heard stories of people who see that and they go, oh no, they see the little arm pushing out and they don't know what it is, and they feel like there's so much struggle there. If I just help it a little bit, and they might have a pen or they might have a little pin that they have, and they just break the outer edge of the chrysalis, so that what happens then is the butterfly falls to the ground. And the sad part of the story is that that butterfly needed to go through that strengthening of the wings. It was doing something chemically with it's built, so that those wings could fly. And without going through that struggle, that butterfly would never fly. So take the struggle on when it's there, but know that you're going somewhere. You're going to flight. You're going to make it happen. And it's incredible. As the whole journey is incredible as you move toward that dream of freedom.